Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're going to talk about self-aid, buddy aid. Many of the resource videos you see out in the world, or videos on YouTube or whatever, about first aid will always tell you that you're your first responder. And that's very true. Now you're about to see a scenario here. This was doing some CQB and force-on-force training with Paul and Art Tactical and a bunch of other gun tubers, and when we had done a lot of that training, we were having a little fun by having some duels. And in one of these duels, my friend Matt took an injury by dislocating his knee. And I'm going to let you watch the video, and then on the other side of that, we're going to talk about the various aspects of it and show why being your own first responder is very important.
Load and make ready. Walk. Are you okay?
Yeah, I dislocated my knee.
Oh fuck, okay.
So I need some help here.
Okay, who knows first aid? What help? What do I do?
I've got to straighten my knee and we've got to push it back in.
Shit. Oh, what? Okay. His knee is dislocated.
Yeah, I guess
I
out.
cannot do that. I don't know how to do that.
His knee is dislocated. Okay.
What's worked in the past? Sometimes if I straighten my knee and I push it in, it'll pop back in.
Okay. How did you do that in the past? Straighten your knee?
Yeah, I can straighten my leg, but I may need someone to help me and then someone to push on my hand down.
Push down. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead. First, let's take this
And
off.
I will tell you.
Yeah, let's take this off you, bud. All right. So it's all good. You're good.
Okay, yeah, just breathe.
You're good, bud. Go ahead and explain.
Okay.
Give some space, guys.
What the past.
Space.
Okay, so if I straighten my leg out,
Yep. Yep. You're
Take all your time you need.
then in theory I should be able to push my knee back in, but I need someone to kind of push on top of my knee, down,
Push down.
straight down.
Okay.
And if I just say stop, everyone back the fuck off for a second.
All right. So I'll push down. Can we push out on your knee or on your hand?
If someone push on my hand, which is on my knee, because it's honestly easier for me, because it hurts if I let go.
You got to. Okay. I'm gonna fly. When you tell me.
I'm gonna straighten it first, and then
And you push.
yeah,
Got it.
3. Go.
Back, going back.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
buddy.
good.
Take a sec. You're good.
Yeah, take a sec, take a sec. Holy shit. Nice job, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Just take a minute. You're good. No obligation to move.
I know. I'm just making sure that shit is.
It works. Yeah.
It's clicky, but it's in.
Okay.
All right.
Got it. Here.
Thank you.
Use me as a... Just the right side.
Oh wait, I just fucked my knee. Can someone put me back into piece?
Did we have the technology? Could we rebuild it?
Thank you, because I was like, when I was pulling, I'm like, it's not going in, and
Yeah.
if I hadn't had you, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hey, you had good instructions, so I'm glad it worked out.
So did you get hit in the knee and it was so
No,
powerful?
I
you just
turned,
moved your leg
and
out
I
of its
did
socket?
not move my foot, and so this moved, this stayed flat, and it just,
Nice.
yeah, that's now
Are
like
you
the 5th
okay?
time. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Do you want to take a drink?
All right, well, let me tell you one of the things that you don't see in this video. Out of frame, up against a wall, was literally 3 pallets of medical equipment. Had Matt gone down with a sucking chest wound, compound fracture, broken neck, severe lacerations, needed to have a tracheotomy, there was more than enough medical equipment laying around to take care of that. Hell, if he'd had the equivalent of having to have his leg amputated, we could have dealt with it. But he came up with an injury that you just don't come across when you go to various medical training. I've been to multiple classes on first aid. I did combat lifesaver when I did my Reserve National Guard duty. None of those talked about dealing with a dislocated knee. And as you saw there, Matt's presence of mind to know what the problem is, know what he had to do is fix, and remain calm and tell everybody what he needed to get fixed made all the difference in the world. And the reason I say that is a lot of those people standing around had medical skills that equal to what I just listed off, or even in excess of that. some of the people standing around had done and applied first aid and emergency aid in combat situations. And yet we all got presented with a situation that we weren't familiar with, and we had to think it through. Matt's presence of mind and the ability to tell people what he needed to help himself really made the difference here between being able to get his knee back in position and then get him up and moving around. Matt is fine, and he's healing well, and we're going to let him tell you his side of the story right now. All right, you guys, you got to see my opinion of it. You got to see the accident. Now we've got the man of the hour here. First question, Matt, how's the knee?
Knee's a lot better. It's still progressing, doing some PT to strengthen it up, but it is doing definitely better. So hopefully by the time we hit finish brutality, it'll be a non-issue.
All right, looking forward to that. Key to this was you knowing what to do. And that's why this video is entitled Self-Aid, Buddy Aid, because you aided yourself by knowing what to do.
Yep.
Everybody around there, as I've mentioned earlier in the video, has had experience. Some of those people have treated combat wounds before. None of us knew what to do with a dislocated anything.
Yeah.
No class gives you training on that. No class even talks about, hey, this guy has a dislocated shoulder. I mean, the most you ever see it is in Lethal Weapon, you know, where fucking Mel Gibson resets his own shoulder, and you essentially did that with your knee.
Yeah.
Everybody was kind of, nobody wanted to hurt you by doing anything wrong, but like you knowing exactly what to do seemed to make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's lucky. It's obviously, it's happened before, right, depending on how you consider lucky. But one of the things that was kind of helpful is, it'd been 30 years since the last time I dislocated my knee. I'd done it multiple times as a younger, 4 times on one knee, once on the other one, or 3 times on one and once on the other. What was interesting, though, is immediately I knew what to do, right? So it was really just as I knew I had to straighten my knee. I knew I needed some additional pressure to get the kneecap in. Wasn't my first time, my first rodeo. So it was really just getting somebody to help me, right? And if you kind of look at it as everyone kind of played their part. You had Ziga coming in immediately to ascertain what the issue was, right? And you started having other people coming in. You had Nick, you had PSR coming in to kind of fill different roles. And what was interesting is Nick helping me put the kneecap in was listening to directions. But what was interesting during when it happened, and I didn't realize it till I actually watched the video, there was almost like somebody narrating in terms of like asking questions. And I thought it was Nick at the time asking a lot of questions and kind of adding support. And looking back, I realized it was PSR, right? He kind of took control. He was extremely calm during the whole situation, kind of was asking the right questions, getting information out of me, helping me kind of stay calm and communicate what my needs were and to help. And then we all kind of came together, got the knee back in. And then you had people like Thomas coming in afterwards to help me up. So, I mean, it was a definite group effort, but it was an amazing kind of experience.
That's the one thing, is like staying calm was the key ingredient here. No one freaking out and panicking and making assumptions. Everybody just was cool, analyzed the situation. I think your being calm had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And as each person realized, there was initial rush in, then we realized, ooh, this is something none of us have encountered before. Everybody kind of stepped back. And then that's when, like you said, PSR asked you. You were able to communicate what you need. Nick did exactly what you told him to do when you told him to do it, which was probably the next key ingredient.
Yep.
And everybody else was also calm by staying out of the way.
Yeah.
Nobody got in, nobody crowded. It seems like in the modern day when anything happens, everybody's got to... Yes, we have this on video because we had a cameraman there taking video.
Yeah.
And you can see by the nature of the video moving around, even capturing the image was not his primary warrior concern, and I think just everybody remaining calm really contributed to this being a positive outcome, because you literally walked out of this.
Yeah, no, agreed. And I mean, if you look at it too, had I not known what to do, if this was my first time or it happened to somebody the first time, I think that things naturally would have progressed where it would have gone to a point where we can't deal with this locally. We need to get somebody to the hospital. And at that point, you start looking at immobilizing the leg, moving that person, getting them to a situation where you can then, evac them out to a hospital. I think that was sort of a natural progression. I mean, everything was working really well. Like I said, everybody was calm. Everybody was kind of taking their place. And people were kind of listening and following directions, and versus sort of like rushing in and saying, well, I know best. I mean, it was definitely, from that perspective, like, really good situation.
Yeah, I mean, so many emergency situations we see on the news, everybody's yelling out something. And let's be honest, most people have the best intentions at heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it creates a level of confusion.
And here, by everybody remaining calm, they contributed to you having a really successful outcome to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the outcome of this is Matt is probably going to be in great shape for Finnish Brutality, and we'll have great videos of that, both mine, Matt's, and some other guys that are managed to come along with us, and we'll bring you that coverage just as soon as we can. We hope you found this edition of Pegasus Stuffs helpful and informative. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for future first aid videos.